This is called There's No Enough Hooses. Does that make me racist? Picture the scene, right? A Saturday morning. I get woke up all sudden, without any warning. Clowns up the stair were clattering first, then the roadworks outside had my brain fit to burst. It's no that they'll fix it. They're causing more leaks. On time and a half, they'll be at that for weeks. Wayne's outside screaming, other folk shouting, was bloody horrendous, and my head was louting. As early starts go, well, this one was gash. I crawled out my scratcher and went for a slash. I looked all around me. The toilet was grim. All pish and jobby stains coated the rim. My house is nae palace. There's mould up the walls. Kitchen's a relic, and the bed smells like boz. Sawed all in the fridge, and my money was tight. I quickly concluded that my life is shite. I put on the kettle, made breakfast, or meant to. Nae coffee for me, the jar was all empty. You cannae make toast when there is nae breed, nae milk for cereal, nae nothing, nae feed. Then the telly was crap, my phone had nae credit. A 3-day-old Metro just sat there. I'd read it. I was skint, I was scunnered, bored out my skull. So I got to thinking, to fill up a wee lull. I thought, this scheme's a cout, whole country's a guddle. I had my head in a pure beast of a muddle. So I did what I do when I'm stuck for a plan. I went to see Margaret, my lovely wee gran. So off I goes, taking in this and that, as I walk my way round to my wee granny's flat. I seen bins overflowing, spew on the street, the bus stop all broken with glass under feet. Nae buses, mind, they've all been goosed for an age. I could feel my blood boil as I built up a rage. This used to be decent here, folk had pride. Now you feel worried to venture outside. It's chuffing outrageous, you're living in fear since all they foreigners came out here. No, don't give me that. Come back here and listen. It's all them that means I've got nae pot to piss in. Soon as they turned up, it all went funny. They got all the things and they got all the money. Used to be, folk took their turn and that's that. Now you need to look right for a council flat. Our Sammy's been on that list for 9 years. If her face doesn't fit, flat'll never appear. So anyway, by now, I'd made it to Maggie's. Her pads aye pristine and the couch never saggy. The sitting room's toasty, 'cause she's always chilly. The curtains and placemats all fancy and frilly. Kettle's just boiled, and you'll aye get a biscuit. There's coffee as well, if you're willing to risk it, but stick to the tea, and Granny's your friend. Cut open her veins, and she'd bleed Scottish blend. She's always a kind Jane, a wee tender soul, a right source of comfort when life had its toll. Mostly quite quiet, but great for advice. Gentle, considerate, and most of all, nice. She'd solve major problems and minor bust-ups with a tray crammed with hobnobs and fancy wee cups. So I shared all my thoughts that I'd had on that morning as I pounded the streets and my wee brain was storming. I'd summed it all up. I says, Granny, please, we can't afford all these refugees. I'm being realistic. It's the same in all places. There's no enough hooses. Does that make me racist? She's always that prim. Gran could never be mangy. So she dabbed at her mouth with a dainty wee hanky, then nodded, slow-like, and gathered herself. She set down her tea and said, clear as a bell,
Son, take one more biscuit and fill up your cup. Now, sit yourself down and shut the fuck up.
Trust me, I was fair glued to that chair. I'd never heard my wee granny swear.
So there's nothing for rent and you're stuck for a mortgage. But son, how do you think there's a housing shortage? There's nae hooses, son, you've got that bit right. If you can't see why, then you're no very bright. Bankers and hustlers, fat cats the lot, they're making millions, and we've just no got. The rich fill their breeks, and we're thin as a skelf. They greedy ones hoover up all the wealth.
I was still took aback, and my hot cheeks were burning. But my confidence grew, and my voice was returning. "Whole thing's a mess, Gran. The system's a joke. What happened to homes for us good Christian folk?"
A Christian?
She yelled, going red as an apple.
Son, you'd go on fire if you went in a chapel.
She started to sweat and she couldn't stop shouting,
Where are you getting this tripe that you're spouting?
"I've seen it on YouTube, Gran, and Facebook pages. I've done all my research. I've watched it for ages."
You've rotted your mind with scapegoats and fear. Who's paying to shove that bile into your ears? Think, son, you're being played like a cheap wee violin. There's powerful folk piping all that pish in. They love it when common folk fight with each other. But a toff or a fascist is never your brother. You're more like wee Mo in the shop down the garage than Musk or Trump or that fud Nigel Farage. Everybody needs a house, that's right. Do your new neighbours shut down the building sites? No, but there's wealth if you know where to look. Get your arse off of Twitter and read a damn book. Das Kapital or A Conquest of Breed. It's time you put something true into your head. If you see there's nae hooses, then there's your proof. You're a socialist, son. We all need a roof.
I could see she was bealing, and I thought I was beat, but I've always been one that can think on my feet. Forget about hooses then. Look out the window. Crab out of the street, and it's no even windy. You can see that I'm right. This neighbourhood's cooked. The place is collapsing. This country's rooked. We pie through the nose, and they doss in hotels. Hotels? I just take a flat that doesn't smell. I'm sick of the fact that nothing works, and I blame the Syrians, Chinese and Turks. They've got all the jobs, we're in the muck. Prices go up and we're all just left stuck. Tax up and all, well the state does hee-haw, except let the side down like a slowly burst ball. Well, I've had enough, and it's ripping my knitting. Welcome to life, and rip off Britain.
Aye, but who's ripping who off, my wee laddie? Who's all getting shafted, and what one's the baddie? You know, think asylum seekers' lives are bleak, try to survive on just 30 a week? Don't give me all that intolerant patter. They're like me and you, son, they're just treading water. Meanwhile, the rich yins laugh their way to the bank, and they gloat 'cause they've got the superior rank. This nation's minted, but the money's all hoarded. We can have all the best, and we can afford it. Hooses, cares, gadgets and makeup, the bestie stuff, but it needs a right shake-up. We can share all the wealth, there's enough to go round. We could all live like princes in this wee town. There's enough fidding clays to get us all sorted, if the working class all team up and support it. You're parroting words for the mouth of a tyrant. They doss and they steal jobs. Schrodinger's migrant. So it all doesn't work and our pockets are empty. The system's doing just where it's always meant to. You're seeing it all through this small-minded prism. Son, that isn't migrants. That's capitalism. If you say we're all skint, living on our fist, then I'm proud to say you're a wee communist.
Oh, Gran, no way, I'm nobody's fool. I'd never take totalitarian rule. They're tight-arsed and cliquey, and that's just to start with. They all toe the line and they worship the party. I see all the countries and I count my blessings. Their normal folks speak out and get taught a lesson. A corrupted official just isn't my pal. I'll no be ground down by a creepy cabal.
You're getting there, son,
cooed my gran.
Now ye see, iron fist rule crushes both you and me. If there's some that's corrupt, that's no communist, is it? When we share all we've got all in common, that is it. Corrupted is right, and a dictator's hateful. So why would you pine for a chief and be grateful? That guff you been watching all worship strang leaders. They're con men, son, and bottom feeders.
I was starting to notice she'd planted a seed, and under the surface we sort of agreed. She was savvy that way, my ageing wee granny. I could see that I'd been a wee bit of a fanny. But all that said, I still had to confess. So, what politician can sort out this mess? Thing is, Gran, they're all such a shower of shite, so I wouldn't trust them to save us. Alright? She went,
Yes.
I went, what? She went,
Yes.
I went, what? She went,
Yes.
I let it pass. I stayed on the couch as she plumped up her cushion. I'm serious, Margaret. What's the solution? We vote twice a decade and we've had our fun, but we haven't a real say in how things are done. Us wee folk just take it. We're helpless and poor, and they high heegens call the shots by the hour. However you vote, the government wins. If I had a real choice, they'd all go in the bin. My gran's no religious, but she goes,
Holy Father.
She worked herself up in a hell of a lather. Her eyes went all glazed and she looked half-pissed. Then she cries,
My wee boy, you're an anarchist.
Bloody hell, I cried out. Meg, you simmer down. It's no like I'm lobbing bombs all over the town.
No, son, now you've got it all wrong. Let me school ye. An anarchist simply says nobody should rule ye. We should all have our say when decisions are made. So the states know your pal. Let it wither and fade. Believe in your class, son. Help them and love them. If you can't trust leaders, it's simple. Don't have them. So afore you begin looking down at your neighbours, look up, son. Our bosses will do us nae favours. Your enemy's not in a wee boat, know what I mean? He's cutting about in a big limousine. The way things are now, it reeks of hypocrisy. Look all around ye. It's not a democracy. True people power, that's what we need. We've got all the skills and the strength to succeed. That lot up there only care for themselves, so ship them all out and get them to hell. On every street and every nation, brains, brawn, participation. With stronger communities, that lot will shite it. Nae gods, nae masters, the people unite it. Teamwork and power when our banner's unfurled. That'd be life in an anarchist world.
I sat there all shell-shocked and mumbled out, Fuck. I felt I'd been hit with the force of a truck. It seemed like a hell of a lot to take in, but my granny's words had got under my skin. She'd made her points well. I was starting to see that immigrants struggle, just like you and me. That bastards above us try to hold us all down. That change is a-coming, I'm telling you. Soon. As I went up the road, when day turned to night, the fact was, as usual, my granny was right. She'd shown me my errors and smoothed out the kinks and daft, angry thoughts that a lonely guy thinks. When I spend time with her, then I kind of feel wiser. Maybe next time I could even surprise her. I'll jump down the garage and chat to Mohammed. I'll seek other cultures and see them as valid. Speak to my neighbours. Join up as a team, uniting and fighting and chasing the dream. Then I'll jump up and tell her about all I've done, the struggles we've started, the battles we've won. I know this is soft, but I hope it's allowed. I'd love to make my wee granny proud. So, I'll end my wee story with this wee refrain. 2 lines worth repeating, again and again. They love it when common folk fight with each other. But a toff or a fascist is never your brother.